And the news for December 4th, 2013. Well, a lot of media icons, along with the government types, along with Obama's trying to push an agenda to, get this, boycott their agenda, their collectivism agenda, through ads and variations of manipulation and through propaganda speech and misinformation. So therefore, along with Alex Jones, DeSilvis Media, and a number of other conservative independent media sources are asking you to boycott the NFL for the next 3 years or more until they get themselves right with the people and start promoting America and the civil rights and the Constitution's agenda and America's agenda for freedom, not collectivism and getting rid of individuality, like what they're trying to do on TV right now, where it shows Obama, and they say, yes, we can. Sort of like Hitler, what he would do before the Olympics. Well, Obama's doing the same thing, buddy. And if you don't see that, you need to wake up, because that is what he's doing. Their way, they want to get rid of our way of life, and they're using the NFL as a soundboard to do that. Remember, football was not America's pastime. However, it's a game we watch, and it's what people do to pass the time. And I guess they might think it's America's pastime because it does pass a great deal of time while you watch it. But even football is rigged. It's rigged by a bunch of outside interest, and even the owners are even rigged on the inside. It's filthy. Even some people can notice that even some of the calls on there shouldn't even be made, or that they're fake. They're rigged. So, that goes to tell you, the NFL has a lot of work to do to change its policies and start looking more for the people, not for the government. Also, secondly, they want to get rid of our individual way of life, the way we think, what we do, business-wise. They want to shut down. How they're doing it? By shutting down competition. How are they doing it? Through the healthcare system with Obamacare. Obamacare has been designed in the writtening of the bill. Has been cited in a lot of sources recently, including the Alex Jones show. Drudge has even talked about it, and we're going to talk about it. They, like we told you many years ago, they're death panels that have been introduced in this bill. They're in that bill. It's over 10,000 page bill of document, and it's part of that bill. Their design is to double, triple, and even quadruple the cost of your health care. Basically, what you're doing is you may be thinking you're getting a better deal in some case, where you're paying less than what you were before, or you may be paying a lot more. But either way, whatever deal you get, once this is fully implemented by 2015, this Obama healthcare is what we could like to call it at the real media. When that worked, the DeSilvis Media, we call it Obama healthcare. It's going to cost your work to go from full-time to part-time, because no employer is going to be able to afford the insurance premiums because they're too high and unrealistic. Also, a lot of insurances that you have right now won't exist in the next 2 years. Why? Because healthcare the way it's designed, will shut them all down. And there'll be only one government-controlled collectivist unit called Obama Health Care. That will be only the one that's in control. Because when they wrote the bill, they wrote it in such a way so that it would take out any other outside insurance companies to close off all competition. And that's what they're trying to do here, and that's what's the wording in the bill. So it's going to happen, folks. And your rates will continue to increase. And in fact, this is an outlawless assault on all American people. It is an attack on the individual, on your rights, on your freedoms, and on the Constitution. Vote to boycott the NFL this year for the next 3 years, because they had a commercial that was submitted by a Christian man who was talking about a military soldier coming home from war and promoting arms in the First Amendment. And they submitted this to the NFL to air during the Super Bowl. Well, his response that he got back to them says they weren't going to air it because it was too offensive. What is offensive with showing and promoting America's true constitutional agenda, and also a conservative, and also promoting about firearms and the First Amendment? What is wrong? What is so offensive about that? When yet they can show shoot 'em up games, naked movies, and all kinds of filth on the commercials, half-naked women and shows and cursing and everything else. But yet, when you talk about something wholesome, it's the new evil. What do you all think about that, folks? So this is just some of the things I want you to think about in the news. But this is what they're really talking about. And, it's just like, a lot of people think that, even doctors think in the medical profession and in the community, that they can just get form these associations and try to form with the Obama healthcare and try to socialize and try to rationally try to overcome or try to get them to see the way they see things about how the open system is. Well, that's what they want you to think, but that's not what's going to happen. What they're going to do is they're going to close you out, and the healthcare is going to be just largely government controlled, and it's going to be a tax assault on the American population. It's just like everybody that has microwaves in their homes. That's how ridiculous this legislation is. They want to try to have a carbon tax on microwaves in people's homes, when yet there's no data that supports that it does these things, that it does make a lot of carbon, because everything makes carbon. Me talking is making carbon. If I pass gas, it makes carbon. If I walk around, that produces a carbon print. So, even plants produce carbon. Are you going to charge a carbon tax on things that aren't like human? It's ridiculous, because all things produce carbon. Even things you have sitting in your house, like couches and all, produce carbon. So, it's pretty nuts. Our government is really going insane, and they just don't think that you have the brain power or the knowledge or the understanding of what they're doing. According to them, they think most people in this country are, not educated, and they call, enough to realize, to see what's going on and to recognize a bowl of BS when they see it. But, there's a lot of people that are awake, and they do know what's going on. You know what I mean? And that's why both the Congress and our president and all have the lowest approval rating right now. Why do you think that is? Because people are waking up. That's why. So, this is a news segment, and you all just keep on doing what you're doing. Keep playing those video games. Keep watching those movies, feel-good, grabbing movies. Keep going to those feel-me-good churches. And keep watching that football games. See where it gets you. Or wake up and come and join the revolution and boycott the NFL. That's everything it stands for. It's not a soundbite for them to push their collectivist agenda. It's just for a football game. But yet that's what they're using that platform for. When you look at the commercials or when you watch a game, the NFL, look at it. And you tell me, when you look at it, do you see them trying to push their agenda? Because I guarantee you will if you look at the commercials and things that they're suggesting in it during the game, things that they show on the TV. So this is the news for November the 4th, 2013. I'll see you later. I'll shoot you up another update tomorrow. Have a good one.